Hi, this is Andy Doctor. Today, I am doing an experiment to resolve a controversy, hopefully, which is whether you can replacing the brake fluid by removing what's in the reservoir and add new one into it. Traditionally, to replace the brake fluid, you have to jack up your car, take the wheels off, and bleed it from the bleeding point on the caliper. It's not something everyone can do. By the way, I do have an old video showing you how to do it in a traditional way. The link is in the description. Check it out if you want. However, if we can do it this way, then yes, it is essentially a job that everybody can do. Now, let's step back for a second. Why should you replace the brake fluid anyhow? Well, they absorb water over time, and when they have too much water, the boiling point will be too low, and when you have hard braking, it will make your brake useless, and of course that is dangerous. Nowadays, car manufacturer will recommend you replacing the brake fluid every 2 to 10 years, depends on which manufacturer, how old your car is, and whether you use dot 3 or dot 4. Now, dot 4 usually will ask for a shorter replacement interval. Recently, I made a video on how to test the water content of brake fluid. The link is again in the description. Please check that one out. The manufacturer is not always trustworthy, so don't waste your time and money in replacing brake fluid that is totally good. Anyhow, so what's the controversy? Well, there are basically two opinions on it. One of them is this way is totally useless, because there is no circulation pump in the brake system. Yes, you can remove the old one and you can add a new one in, but the new one will not reach where the caliper is, or at least it takes forever. Another opinion though is that that's true, there's no circulation pump. However, the movement of the piston will make the fluid move rather quickly and rather soon. It will mix, and then you can repeat it again. So after a few times, you basically will replace all the fluid. Honestly tell you, I lean towards the first opinion at the beginning, and then I realized there is another piece of parameter to this procedure. The brake fluid is hot at the caliper, and we know hot liquid is lighter, so they will flow to the top where the reservoir is. So I think the mixing should be rather quick, but we never know unless we do an experiment. Now here is my idea. This is my Volvo XC90, a rather old car, and from what I can tell, the brake fluid probably has never been replaced, and it is rather dark. You will see that in a second. So I am going to remove what's in the reservoir today, and I am going to add a new one. The new one is basically colorless clear. After a few days, if the fluid becomes a lot darker, probably as dark as today, that means the mixing is quite effective. If it's still mostly colorless, then the mixing is not effective. And if it is darker, then I am going to continue the process by removing one more time, add new one more time, and just go on and on and on for maybe 5 or 6 times. And the first 2 or 3 times, the liquid should still be rather dark, and then it will get lighter and lighter until it looks like new. If that is the case, then I will believe this is a good procedure. Now, if it really indeed takes forever to become darker, especially the first time, then probably not a good choice to do. So let's do it, and of course we need to check back later on. To do this job, you need syringe and blunt tip needles. Because I already have a 30 ml syringe, I just bought some blunt tip needles. Those are 4-inch. You do need long one. I think 2 inch is the minimum. You can do the same as me, or you actually can buy combo, and link to both type of products to Amazon are available to you in the description. One thing, be careful, there is a minimum out here, and you should be able to see in your reservoir. Never get more liquid that the liquid fall below the minimum, otherwise you may introduce air bubble into the system, And in that case, you have no choice but bleed the brake system from the bottom. Let's not do that, okay? So I am going to open up the cap out here, and I am going to put it somewhere safe, and I am going to install into it, and I am going to get liquid up, and I hope you can see that it looks pretty dark, very, very dark. Right, so it looks rather dark actually, almost totally black here. So okay, go to the collection bottle. And this is my brake fluid. This car asks for dot 3. This is for dot 3 and dot 4. By the way, you don't want to use brake fluid that you have opened a long time ago. I did open it yesterday, so let's add into it. Okay, quite close to maximum. After I took the fluid to the minimum, I add new one, and then I suck it back out to see how it look like, and you can see it look pretty clean and light color. So we will see tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, I am super impatient. This is only after one day and a few short trips, a total of something like 45 miles. And you see, it is pretty dark again, so I guess I can speed up this process, replace it every 1 or 2 days, and I assume it will become lighter soon. For now though, it looks about the same color as the first day, maybe a little bit lighter, we'll see. So this is the original fluid, the second time, the third time, and 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. So everything is just as expected. The fluid mixes really quickly every 2 or 3 days and only a few dozen miles. So this should be a good way to replace brake fluid for everybody, including absolute beginner. Of course, some people may argue it would be better to release some brake fluid from the bottom and to compare. I absolutely agree. Unfortunately, I could not break open the breathing screw, so I decided not to do it. However, I am convinced because of what I have observed. Hopefully you are convinced that this is a good way to replace brake fluid. I am. In the future, I will only replace brake fluid in this way. If you are not though, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching. If you could, please like this video or even better, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.